someone asked me an important question about the 10 forms of verbs in Arabic. So basically, for me as a teacher, I have been teaching Arabic since 2013. And by the way, if you're looking for a teacher, contact me. I do offer packages. Okay. So I don't really like to go over them with my students in details. I understand that learning a language is hard enough. So if we don't use it, you don't need it, right? There's no reason to just confuse you for unnecessary stuff. So what I always recommend about these 10 forms, not to learn all of them, just to learn a few, and I'm going to tell you which ones you actually need to learn and we actually use. In my opinion, four forms of the 10 out of the 10 that you actually need to learn. So the first form is number one, which is super easy. Number one is basically just the root, no shadda, just regular. Like the movements are really like fatha, kasra, no shadda. It's just like three letters root, the basic three letters. So just like عمل, طلع, عمل to do, طلع to go out, شرب to drink, أكل to eat, just like that. Okay. Now the second form, form two is gonna say فعل, which basically it's the same verb as number one. It's, if you read about it, it's basically form one, the one we just explained, the three roots verbs, but we put a shadda above the second letter and the meaning will change. And basically the way I explain it, you're doing the action on something instead of yourself. Like for example, we have the verb masha, to walk. So masha, it's form one. It just means to walk. Like أنا بمشي, I'm walking. Okay. Form two, it would be masha, and I'm emphasizing the middle letter, and this is form two, and basically means to walk someone or something. Okay. So أنا بمشي, I walk. بمشي الكلب, I'm walking the dog. Okay. So there's mesha, there is mesha. Also, in another way they explain it is they say the intensive version of the form one verb is like more intensive. That's another use for it. But mostly, like the easiest and simplest way to talk about it is like, for example, shirib, right, to drink, sharrab, to help someone to drink. Like, I don't know how to say it in English, but like, I fed the baby milk. So it's like you're doing, like, think about it as form one, you're doing the action. Form two, it's more intensive, or you're doing the action to someone. Now, form three, also it's an important one. I always talk about it. Form three, a lot of people call it the doer. It's basically present participle, like making an adjective of the verb. You might have heard forms like رايح, طالع, واقف, قاعد. So it is, if you also Google it, you will see it says like built on form one. Form one is basically it's the root, the three letters. Okay. Form three, it is form one, but we add alif as a second letter. So وقف to stand, واقف standing. Now, when it is in form three, it's like an adjective. So you treat it as an adjective. You don't treat it as a verb anymore. So أنا واقفة, because I'm a female. هو واقف, هم واقفين. So when you treat it, you treat like male, female, and plural, just like an adjective. Now, the last form I recommend that you learn is form seven, which is basically the passive form. So we don't know who like did the action. Basically, verb is an action, right? So when it's passive, like it has been done, but we don't know who did it. So it's basically built on form one, and we are adding alif and noon to the verb. So عمل, the verb عمل, form one, to do. انعمل, form seven, we added in to the beginning, and now it means it has been done. Now, when we have it in this form in amal, you just treat it as a new verb. So, هذا بينعمل. Okay, so I'm adding like for he masculine بأنيا if you are familiar with the present, past, future. It's just you treat form 7 as a new form, a new verb, and you treat it the same way you treat form 1. So again, I usually recommend learning the ones we actually use, form 1, 2, 3, and 7. Everything else you can read it, but I don't like, you don't need to worry about it really. You don't. Okay, so this episode, I hope it was not boring. If you really focus, it will help you a lot with verbs. It's more like an advanced level if you are familiar with verbs. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know and leave me comments. Let me know, like, how do you feel about this episode? Is it helping? It's not helping? How do you feel about it? And if you like my episodes, press like. If you don't, then let me know and I will work on whatever you don't like. I hope I'm helping you, and see you next time.